For me, like what sort of ultimately broke me in my Blizzard career was I got called in the CFO's office. He sits me down. He gives me a date, which at the time was my birthday in 2020. And he said, if Overwatch doesn't make like $10, $15, we're going to perform electroconvulsive therapy, shock therapy on your fucking nuts.
Wow. That's very stressful.
And that was it. I was like, it's...
I'm dying, dude.
It was time to start sort of...
Wait, okay.
Started.
So this guy makes 22 minutes? I mean, I'm down if it's funny.
With Jeff Overwatch, a legendary game designer.
So he edits things down just to make them say stupid things, but it's like obviously edited. This guy Dinoflask, I guess, because I've seen them reposted on Twitter. Dinoflask is the guy who would make videos of Jeff Kaplan back in the Overwatch days. Like he'd be giving like a dev update, and I guess he would edit it together and make him say something totally stupid or just ridiculous, and it was just funny, right? But I guess he made a new one for Jeff Kaplan on Lex Fridman, which we watched a couple weeks ago, and then Legend of California, his new game, went into a weekend playtest today. So let's watch it.
The following is a conversation with Jeff Overwatch, a legendary game designer, and he is genuinely one of the biggest, most influential memes I've ever met, and forever a legit gamer through and through. Jeff left Blizzard in 2021 and has been secretly working on a new video game called The Legend of California.
Jeff Overwatch.
It is one of the most video games ever made.
It's one of the most video
This is the Lex Fridman podcast. And now, dear friends, here's Jeff Overwatch. You have to tell the epic origin story of how you got the job at Blizzard.
No.
Let's talk about World of Warcraft.
No.
Can we talk about the Green Hills of Stranglethorn quest?
No.
Maybe we should talk about Overwatch.
Yes.
So you're the famous "Hi, I'm Jeff" from the Overwatch team, right? So what was it like? What were the vibes of the Overwatch team like?
It used to be like in 2016 and 2017, I felt very in control of the
I want to watch this before we start
and
playing.
the direction of the game as a game director, and it was just such a golden era.
Those were the days.
Yeah, it was like it was the greatest thing ever. And I think
I'm sorry. Dude, the way you said that with that comedic timing was so freaking funny. That's so good.
the big moment where
Dude, it sounds like you're back home for Christmas. It's like your senior year of college, but you're with your high school buddies. They're all like half drunk sitting on the porch at your friend's mom's house. That was the exact vibe I just got from that.
such a golden era.
Those were the days.
Yeah, it was like it was the greatest thing ever. And I think the big moment where it really went south was 2020.
Can you talk back about it, about that time period?
So the executives started getting really angry at us that Overwatch revenue was slipping for many reasons. Ultimately, I think it might be because I was spending like 95% of the Overwatch loot box revenue on that McDonald's Monopoly game. I would have lunch every single day, just burning cash faster than anybody on the planet. You get me,
Dude, it's just crazy because I watched this entire thing. I paid more attention in the 5 hours of this thing that I watched than I've spent paying attention to anything for the last like 10 years of my life. Okay, I watched this so intently and I cannot remember any of this. It's so good. Like the way he edited it was so funny. Like I'm like, how did he even piece this together?
McDonald's Monopoly game. I would have lunch every single day, just burning cash faster than anybody on the planet. You get in these meetings where they're like, there's executives at Activision and Blizzard who cared about the bottom line of Overwatch, asking me for like, dude, how the hell is the Overwatch team going through like $10 million every month? And I would just play dumb, like, oh, I have no idea. It's all fucking monopoly money to me.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
yeah. And I would shut down the whole thing by like, pretending like I've fallen asleep until they just walk away and hopefully not come back.
That's so powerful.
And so like you've got both the Blizzard and the Activision executive teams trying to keep the ship afloat, and they start trying to throw money at the problem. Like, for example, hiring environmental artists. And like in 1 year, we would hire like 70 environmental artists from all over the world, like some, poor guy from Belgium just shows up and he's at his first day at work and he's like, howdy, partner. And I go to like, give him the Arthur Morgan, hey, what's up back? And I just whip out my sawed-off shotgun and like blow his fucking head off. And then like, it's really demoralizing when you lose team members like that. I'm
sorry. It's so funny.
Don't think about it. That's someone else's problem. Mm-hmm. But what it boiled down for me, like what sort of ultimately broke me in my Blizzard career was I got called in the CFO's office and he sits me down. He gives me a date, which at the time was my birthday in 2020. And he said, if Overwatch doesn't make like $10, $15, we're going to perform electroconvulsive therapy, shock therapy on your fucking nuts.
Wow. That's very stressful.
And that was it. I was like,
I'm dying, dude.
it was time to start sort of, looking for escape. And I had this potion that was like a really expensive potion that was a teleport potion that, no one but someone stealing like $500 million from the Blizzard pension fund could afford at the time. And I drank the whole thing. I drank too much. I really had a problem with expensive potions back then. And I had just enough time, like before the potion kicked in, to scream at fucking corporate jackholes. My head is spinning and I'm like suddenly sitting in the middle of the Mojave Desert. And that was it. Like that was the end of my career at that point.
How hard was it to say goodbye for you? There's so much of yourself, of who you are, of the dreams you've had, of this just whole conception of yourself, and just put it in a dumpster. What was that like, Jeff? What was that like to go from the proud warrior loved by millions of people to being a peasant doing like heroin or something? What was that like? God, it's so painful. And it's heartbreaking and the pain that's all. What was that like? Are you listening to me, Jeff? I'm talking about a mix of pain and darkness, like deep, deep pain and darkness, Jeff. You're lost. God, it's so painful. It's painful times. How hard was it watching yourself slide down, 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 becoming isolated, suffering more and more? What was that like? Watching yourself being vulnerable, being cringe, the embarrassing failure where you're standing there in a silly clown outfit on stage dancing and nobody's laughing.
I don't know what you expect at that point.
That is true.
You can't have the high highs without the low lows. Mm-hmm. And
like real low lows.
Real low lows.
Wow. A lot of people are sitting in those low points right now listening to this. What kind of wisdom can you draw about finding your way out? How did that happen? Gradually, suddenly?
Gradually and suddenly. So one day this really fucking tall programmer named Tim Ford. He was like one of my favorite minions at Blizzard. He's like, calls me panicked. It's 3 a.m. He's like, I just handed him my notice. I just can't take any more shock therapy. I'm like fucking nuts. At this point, they're like giant inflamed apples. Yeah, it's, you know, they.
I love apples. I love I love whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's like 3 a.m. and I'm talking in hushed tones because my wife is sleeping right next to the bed. And I'm like, whoa, you know, well, do you want to be an astronaut? Do you want to be a firefighter? Do you want to be a writer? Do you want to be a game maker? He's like, I need to stay with you for years. You know, like this is where I belong. Like
that is a true love story, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
The funny part is he's like, I'm a programmer. I might as well start programming our game. Mm-hmm. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, he probably meant to say, like, start programming your game, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, he quit and he was going through, you know, his own thing. So it's psychologically, there's a lot going on there.
To find, I mean, there's a deep loneliness there when.
Yeah. Like some people are just lonely and want people to hang out with. I actually already had an interview lined up at this Italian place that was across the street from Blizzard. You know, the simplest thing for me at that time was if I just said no to Tim.
So you weren't like freaking out.
No, I was freaking out in a different sense. I'm like, am I going to get mugged when I, like, what if he puts a curse on me? And what if Tim comes over to my house with dual wield pistols? This is going to destroy me. And I sort of realized I came to 2 realizations. One, I never want to work for someone else again. I never want to be a minion in a giant army. I want to be Indiana Jones in space, you know?
Nice.
The other thing was that this was going to be such a small company. So like if you sent an application in, Tim would deal with the application, or if the toilet overflowed, Tim would have to deal with it. And I said, well, if you want to do something together, like, fuck it, let's take a stab and, you know, just see what happens. And Tim, he says, I'm going to be over to your house in 10 seconds. It was kind of insane, just the fast movement. But he came over to my house and, well, before that, he's made a stop to buy cigarettes. Like I never smoked, but he came over and I opened the door. He's smoking a cigar and he's like, oh, are we making World of StarCraft? Is that? And they're like, no, dude. And I pitched him, let's start a company. That was it. Like that was the birth of us making a studio.
One of the greatest companies in the history of Earth. Anyway, I mean, there's a million questions I can ask here, but maybe this is also a good place to ask about, like, how do you come up with a pitch for a new game? What was that process like?
That was one of the most painful processes that I've ever been a part of. You know, ideas are just infinite. At least on creative teams, you know, you have no shortage of ideas. But one of my hindsight regrets, sort of, I don't know how to phrase this in a way that's not damning, but there was not enough focus on let's make a game. Like for example, we worked insane, and I mean insane hours, building the world's most perfect base in the garden. I mean, we would debate for 8 hours a day. Things like my dad could like beat up your dad, you know, and we spent a lot of time playing a ton of Catch the Sausage every single day.
I don't know what that means, but
Catch the Sausage. Players know what that means.
Oh, they know.
All that sounds kind of dumb.
Yeah, this is a
and
parody.
fun,
This is a
but
parody.
when you're building a game, like you have to have rules because it lacked the path to
Yeah,
reality.
Dinoflask.
you
It's
know?
new. I guess he
it's
just made
difficult,
it.
psychologically difficult. This incredible creative journey that's incredibly difficult to pull off.
Yeah, there were a lot of really low points. I'll give you the weirdest one. I was back at my desk.
Like you're looking at a blank sheet of paper.
Yeah. And Tim, he's at my desk looking over my shoulder and he's like, well, we're the Overwatch guys, right? Why don't we make like a bright, aspirational future team-based hero shooter? And I'm like, Tim, can you please just fuck off for like 10 minutes and just go pull the weeds in the backyard or something?
Literally gardening.
Yeah, just making up busy work. And he just kind of ran out of the room saying, I'm the dude who broke Jeff. And it broke me. Like I went into very deep and heavy depression. And I remember I was an hour later or 2 hours later, I'm in the shitter trying to cut a monster log. You know, I've been going really hard, eating nothing but Panda Express. It was like the worst diet ever when suddenly Tim blew the doors open. And so then I just sat there saying, dude, what are you doing? And I sort of like, at first I thought that maybe he might have like sharded or something like that. But I just remember he looked me straight in the eye and he said 4 very simple words, Red Dead Redemption Rust, which,
Brilliant.
you know, he just, and you have no idea how much of it like he had pre-thought about and how much of it he was just making up on the spot. He's just like this totally psychotic wizard.
Yeah, it's hard to put into words what is that magic that humans produce, but they do. Truly great creative minds.
That was magical, like that moment happened. And I just was so happy we'd finally come up with a new idea. We were just drooling for like, you know, let's make lots of money really fast.
Get paid the big bucks.
And we got kind of a little bit carried away. Next thing I know, we're both naked on the beach, you know? And this is so weird to tell people, but like we,
Yeah,
you know,
Red Dead Redemption Rust.
over and over again. Then we were also underwater.
Certain deeds were bleeped to preserve the listener's innocence.
Like a fire hose spill out. And it's an intimacy to the whole.
Dude. I'm sorry. That was so good. That was so funny, dude.
Bucks.
And we got kind of a little bit carried away. Next thing I know, we're both naked on the beach, you know? And this is so weird to tell people, but like we, you know, over and over again. But then we were also underwater. Like a fire hose spill out and it's an intimacy to the whole. And that was like my fantasy. Dress up as a German, give me the boomstick, here we go. And that was it.
Oh, so good.
One of the most emotional things in my life. It was nothing but an outpouring of love.
Put more love out there in the world.
No, it was
I
so
couldn't
good,
agree more.
dude.
Now, meanwhile, as far as the outside world is
dude.
concerned, you've
was so
disappeared
funny.
off the face of the earth. But you were actually
Oh, my
working on a
cheeks
game.
hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is something that you can talk about, but I got a chance to see the game for a few hours.
Give me the boost.
See, I'm tempted to say some of the things I saw. How much can you talk about it? Do you know what it's going to be called? Are you allowed to say any of that?
Sure.
Wait a second. Hold on. Did he put
Do you know what it's going to be
T-Fortress?
called? Are you allowed to say any of that?
Sure. The most unconventional way to talk about this stuff for the first time. So The game name that we're working on, it's called The Legend of California. And it's an open world game. People are going to call it a survival crafting game. One of the most inspirational games of all time. And we just want to create a world that you
People are
can
gonna
live
call him
in.
the most inspirational.
I love creating worlds. Everything that I've worked on before, it's always been, how do you create this place for players to escape to? But please understand, there's no escape from Cowboy Kaplan. It will have PvP, but it's
Cowboy
not
Kaplan.
a PvP-centric game. So, you know, you don't have to be some kind of permanently online depressed goblin who never blogs off to enjoy it. I just lost the entire Rust audience when I said that. But it's like Rust in that it's a procedural map. So it means that every time it's different and it resets every month. But all of our notable points of interest also move around. So we have a really amazing point of interest that we call Dread Rock that's inspired by the Blizzard Irvine campus. And like, sure, sometimes it's in Irvine, but sometimes it can be sitting in the middle of a Jack in the Box in Pasadena also.
It integrates it into the environment to where it makes sense
Yeah.
to be in that environment. And you're saying this is the best.
The greatest game ever made. Yeah.
It's interesting, like, because I mean, I got a chance to see the game, and it's funny because like there was a few issues. So one was such a gigantic world, which by the way is a beautiful dream, but it was unclear what what are you supposed to really do in this game? What's the thing that connects all of the pieces together?
So
And being raw honest with you forever, I felt like I was constantly in a state of disappointment.
cynical. I'm glad you like it.
You're basically just quietly lonely, just looking for some loot. It's just feels like a complete waste of time, right? So is there advice you can extract from that?
Yes, Lego.
First of all, the pursuit of perfection
This
is
is not live.
actually a mistake. And, you know, the second thing is it's a fucking alpha build. And there's obviously just so many things that we want to create and put into the game someday.
Like what?
Like you can, I want to, you know, doing all this cool shooting stuff, all this like daytime business house stuff, running a flower shop, just, you know, trying to figure out like, are there aliens or not aliens? You know, like just infinite, like full blown like GTA style driving. Like you can go back in the time machine to the day Obama got elected. And also it'll be
Mobile.
on mobile. And
Okay, I have to, if you may allow me, ask for you to stop because you're really legit full-time talking shit. And now, and it always have been, like what is
Lex,
it just?
instead of starting from a place of doubt and cynicism, you should take a moment, have a deep breath and say, man, the best game designer in the industry is suggesting something. Why don't I listen to it?
You just think that you are the smartest person in the world.
Thank you, Lex.
What advice would you give to video game creators?
Do you think of this much real? Thank you. Wait, how did he? Was there ever any point in the video? Was that a video or a picture?
to video game creators?
That's so good. Great video. Unbelievably good
You
video.
know our man Dinoflask is going to be all over this conversation, right?
I think there's a lot of moral concerns when it comes to creative pursuits. No one's voice should ever be used without their permission. That's just immoral. It's no different than just sort of stealing. So that's wrong. But I needed.
You know what to do.
Oh, it's so good. Wait, did he say that during the actual interview? I don't, maybe I didn't know what Dinoflask was then, so I didn't catch it. Oh my, you know, Jeff, dude, if somebody did this, like if I was Jeff, somebody did this to me, I would think it's the funniest thing in the world. Man, I have a headache from how funny that was.